every American is wearing a wearable within 4 years.
I've said for years I've never trusted RFK Jr. Just never have. Never have. I mean, because, well, it's the Kennedys. And I was saying this before the JFK files had been released. Then when you read the JFK files, you look into it, you find out that, you know, the Kennedys were liberal progressives. They've never changed. So that's why, and then the other big red flag to me was that the RFK group was calling it the Maha movement. No, it's the MAGA movement. So that annoyed me, because it's just like, okay, so now you're changing the acronym, you know, Maha. But this is the games progressives play. They're just look, there's a reason, and it has, you know, a lot of people would say it's the world. This is part of the World Economic Forum's Agenda 2030. Is that everybody will have to be in wearables, you know, the real ID and all of that. Putting aside that, when I worked at Northwestern, okay, they hated Trump in his first term. I mean, the amount of shitty articles, and I mean outright just lying articles that they had their downtown, 'cause I didn't work at their downtown hospital, I worked at another location of theirs, because they've monopolized the entire north part of Illinois pretty much, just like all the hospitals have been doing. And they were involved in illegal monopolies because they knew people at the Federal Trade Commission. Okay, so you know you sometimes wonder, you know, who is more tyrannical, the corporations or the government? It goes both ways, you know. So I saw everything. I mean, Northwestern, and of course not the only university, but was so involved with these wearables. I mean, I printed off stacks of papers and did videos about it. And then when you hear why the World Economic and Agenda 2030 was all tied to that, then I'm just like, this is totally sick. Like, leave people the hell alone. And yet they're bringing it that, oh, you're going to have control over your health care. Oh, okay. Well, why do you have to wear a wearable for that to happen? I mean, it's just, you know, there's a ton of questions there. I don't even wear a watch anyway. I mean, I never have. Just because they bother me. They just, you know, it bothers me. Usually I'm allergic to them. Just am. I can't wear anything that's like fake, and then, you know, you come out with all of these watches and everybody loves them, right? The Fitbits and the watches that tie to your phone and you can text. I don't do any of that crap. I'm not doing any wearables. Not that kind of stuff where anybody can have access to what's going on with my health. No, it's crazy town, okay? But I would expect this. He's a Kennedy. Why Trump put him in? I don't know. I don't know why Trump does half the shit he does. I don't know. I mean, I assume he has a reason. Okay, I mean, if he comes out and starts demanding that all of America will have to wear wearables, well, I won't be doing it. But there's probably a lot of the stuff they're going to do I'm not going to sign on to. I mean, we are going to lose, which I don't think really it matters at this point, because here's my thing. You know, when the founders created the Constitution, yes, the government wasn't supposed to interfere in your speech, but they were supposed, what the government was supposed to do was to protect individual rights. And the government has never done that. They haven't. Look, they just give a free pass to tech because it falls under private company. Right, but yet the founders made a constitution. I don't know if any of the governments on the left or the right ever realized this, but the founders created the government so that they would protect my individual rights. They don't. They let these tech lords do whatever the hell they want, okay, and take down whoever they want, and they get away with it because of, oh, we're a private corporations. Okay, then don't call yourself a government for the people, okay? I mean, I get tired of the hypocrisy. I guess that's the one thing that's a pet peeve of mine. And I mean, I know we have all been hypocrites at times, myself as well. But I try not to be. I really try, really try not to be. But that's a pet peeve of mine. I can't stand effing hypocrites, okay? So don't claim all this greatness. Don't claim free speech. Don't claim that, and then don't make the excuse, well, we can't do anything about social media. We're the government. Okay, but then you're not protecting individual rights. And individual rights should come before corporation rights. They should. But they don't, right? They don't. So I would like to see a government actually protect individual rights, because then you may actually see truly the Constitution at work. I don't know if I'm sure early on leaders did that, and some of them didn't envision the times we live in now. However, that even though we only always hear one side, which is they're a private company. Yes, I get it, because I get all the far left radical liberals in my comment section that say, oh, TikTok can take down whatever they want. YouTube can take down whatever they want. Every social media, and that's, all the social media being tied to all the tech lords, the tech bros. They are a private company, so they can do whatever they want. Okay, liberals, I got that. I understand that. Did you liberals forget, though, that the government was created to protect individual rights? So when they do nothing about that, then they are not protecting my rights, are they? Yeah, liberals never have an answer for that, but I don't think liberals have an answer for very much of anything.